Good night and welcome to Sports Scene. I'm Shane Saroya.
And I'm Elijah Lovett.
On the show tonight, we look at the countries taking part in the Under-18 Oceania Youth Olympic Qualifiers, the Hunters' performance after round 7 in the Intrust Supercup, also tennis and football.
PNG will host the Hockey Under-18 Oceania Youth Olympic Qualifiers this week in Port Moresby. 4 countries are participating: PNG, Australia, Vanuatu and Solomon Islands. All countries have arrived for the tournament, which starts off on Wednesday. First to arrive were the teams from Australia and Vanuatu.
And this afternoon's arrival was Team Solomon Islands. Godwin Eki was at the airport to meet the team.
Solomon Islands Under-18 men's and women's team arrived today in Port Moresby prior to the Oceania Youth Olympic Qualifiers. Solomon Islands is one of the 4 countries participating in the Youth Olympic Qualifiers against Australia, Vanuatu and host PNG. Under-18 men's coach Alan Temwa says both teams have prepared well and are looking forward to playing their best game.
Oh yes, we have been alright as a training, but some hiccups due to weather. I'm not stopping me follow for train, but after all, yes, we were ready for play.
He says knowing that the Australian team is one of the toughest to beat over PNG and Vanuatu, Team Solomon Island is looking forward to playing Australia and may the best team win.
You must have everyone that Australia, yes, one for a tough team, so. But after all, yes, in order for him to beat me, him have to take him hard times. Me for not like him, just take him easy. He must get him hard time to play before him go through me fala. I mean, look on fala. I mean, focus on for game.
He says while the sport is fairly new, the women's team will be counting on their 3 experienced players.
For experience, yes. For girls, we forgot them to follow. We've been go to Australia last year. We had to join him national team don't follow. Then for boys, just only one. We have him leading the goalkeeper.
Solomon Islands' first match in the men's pool will be against Vanuatu. PNG Hockey Federation will host the first ever Under-18 Oceania Youth Olympic Qualifiers in Port Moresby. PNG is one of 4 countries participating in the event, which includes Solomon Islands, Vanuatu and Australia. Team Vanuatu was the first to arrive last Thursday with its Under-18 men's and women's team.
Me feel been prepared good. Me feel prepared start last year. Me feel got Under-18 league. We started as semen player. After me been select them like all best player, lo league, lo pre-squad and final squad. So I'm a side boys. Me play prepare hard. Me play got all small friendly tournament with the more senior player plumfla. Mo me play got one team lo Adelaide, lo Southern Australia. We been come got one friendly match with the more Under-18 team lo me fla. Me fly work hard, me fly emblem fla lo disya lo Pokemon place plum fla lo concert lo Youth Olympic lo Argentina. Yes, first time lo Under-18 only come play lo blisa. So me look forward lo me game one kutla risalo blisa mo katuan kutla news by Coca lo country lo me fla.
Wasting no time, both the men's and women's team took to the turf to work on some techniques before the competition on Wednesday. Both teams trained under the watchful eyes of their coaches and team managers. Umpire for the Youth Olympic Qualifiers, Frank Vera, says he is looking forward to umpiring the competition.
I started to be an hockey umpire at in Vanuatu. The first tournament I started to umpire was the round, the Youth Olympic qualifying round. That's when I started to umpire hockey. It feels very good and exciting. This is my second time here in PNG, so I'm very excited to umpire again here. I think the competition, having umpired from the beginning till now, looking at it right now, it's going to be a very tough competition because Hockey 5 was introduced just years back. It's very new, but the players have adapted a lot. That's why the game this week will be a very exciting game.
The Australian team arrived yesterday with its men's and women's under-18 players. The team started their training today at the Sir John Guy Stadium, where the event will take place. The only other country to arrive and touching down today in Port Moresby was Solomon Islands.
The first team that arrived today is Vanuatu, the boys and the girls, with coaching management. The competition starts on Wednesday, and they're playing 2 rounds each. Each day they will have two games each, till it finishes on Friday, and the finals on Saturdays. The World Qualifiers is maybe 1 and 2 be selected to go to Buenos Aires.
The opening ceremony of the Under-18 Oceania Youth Olympic Qualifiers will take place tomorrow at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Stadium, with the competition to start on Wednesday.
And here's our Coke Trivia 5. All you have to do is answer the following questions for a chance to win some Coke merchandise.
This is Coca-Cola Trivia number 5, and we bring you FIFA World Cup related questions once more. There are 3 questions, and all you have to do is post or comment the correct answers on MTV Sports or Sports Scene pages on Facebook. And the questions for this week: which team or nation did New Caledonian footballer Christian Karembeu play with in the World Cup in 1998 and went on to win? Question number 2, how many countries are on the route of the FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola? And question number 3, which nation became the World Cup champion in 2010? You have now till next Monday to get your answers in, and all correct answers will be put into a draw on our next episode of Sports Scene. The lucky winner will be walking away with some cool Coca-Cola merchandise.
Also, the winner for Coca-Cola Trivia Round 4, Jonathan and Melissa, you can pick your prize at the MTV Lay office. Please contact Marianne Haikare.
It's time for our first break. On the other side, we'll continue more on Sports Scene. Stick around. Welcome back to Sports Scene. The SPPNG Hunters lost 20 points to 14 to the South Logan Magpies yesterday. Coach Michael Marum was disappointed with the few on-calls by the referee that cost him the game.
The effort was there. It's just been tough, playing against, a good side, 13 of them, and again, the refereeing, the ruling, and we've been really, given a lot of penalties from round 1 up until today. And for us as a team, we're trying all our best to make sure we do the right thing, we play according to the rules, but it's just being unfair. I saw the replay on the screen, just only one. I only had a look at it once, but I'll never look at the video after tonight, tomorrow, and go through it. But I thought it was a fair try. I think we applied pressure on the halfback down our own line. That was a plan, and I knew someone was going to pick it up. So, but then referee disallowed it. So wasn't fair for our player to run 90 meters and then get him to walk back with our team. So it happens in NRL games, and I hope the referees get a lot of calls right from now on. So yeah, moving forward.
Michael Marum, the man behind the SP Hunters' success and the Kumu's phenomenal rise to stardom, has achieved a significant milestone in his coaching career. Dubbed as one of PNG's finest coaches, has now rewrites the history books of Papua New Guinea Rugby League with the recognition as Level 3 high-performance coach. He spoke recently on FM 100's Talkback Show. For the PNG players who were once part of the Hunters program or have played for the Hunters and eventually excelling in their rugby league careers overseas, they all one way or another got something out of Michael Marum. And spending time in propping up the players on and off the field, developing their physical conditioning to improve performance is not easy as a coach.
It takes a lot of time to do that, so away from football, staying up late, reviewing videos, and not only doing games, reviewing our own team's video, but overseas teams, and there's a lot of stuff we do. So it's over 18 months, so you have to really really concentrate and make sure you're doing it and finish it.
Hard work comes with its benefits. A brief chat with FM 100, PNG RFL Public Relations Manager Efata Samuel made an unofficial congratulatory remarks to Michael Marum.
And later on I'll make it public, but we congratulate him because he got the level 3 ARL NRL coaching certificate early this year.
No way.
So that's an achievement that the effort that he's put in over the years. So congratulations, Mike, for achieving that.
This recognition is given to the NRL high-performance coaches that ensures talented and elite players reach their full potential as a result of coaching best practice, which is the highest level of rugby league coaching accreditation in Australia.
It's a real achievement, and that's equivalent to the coaches in the NRL.
Wow.
Equivalent to, you could say, Craig Bellamy, Paul Green, and them in NRL. So he's the qualified coach in PNG.
This could mean Michael Marum could rub shoulders with the NRL coaches. His achievement is a result of hard work and dedication.
Working hard, and there's just one achievement I got to do again. So so I've currently got a high performance level 3, and also that's equivalent to a senior club coach NRL level 2. So.
Though Marum's accomplishment was not made official by PNG RFL as yet, one thing is for certain: Marum's acquired the knowledge and skills to mentor and ensure talented and elite Papua New Guinean players reach their full potential. It's time for our second break now, and on the other side we continue more on Sports Scene. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. The Hunters have now registered 2 wins and 5 losses after round 7 of the Intrust Supercup 2018 season. The results have raised eyebrows, sparking speculations that the 2017 Intrust Supercup champions were slipping off the radar.
Speaking to FM 100's Douglas Dimagi last week, Coach Michael Marum highlighted the team's struggles to maintain consistency.
Maintaining the same 13-member team every weekend is a hard ask for Premiership winning coach Michael Marum. Marum was responding to questions on FM 100's Talkback show hosted by Douglas Dimagi.
You obviously would have worked out where the areas that need to be improved, whether it be on attack or defense, or where is it?
Yeah, it's more of a attack, defense, similar thing. So we try to focus on one particular area, which is our defense, and also in attack. So problem with attack, after the captain, he doesn't train Tuesday until Thursday. So that's for him to come in and train with the rest of the team Thursday, Friday before game day. That's we need him out there training Tuesday, but because of his knee and also the young players that are around him.
With a crop of young bloods filling in the vacuum left by the likes of rampaging forwards Stanton and Wellington Albert, to name a few, leadership in controlling the game lies on the shoulders of halfback and skipper Asif Boas, whose presence and ability to direct traffic lays the platform for the team to effectively play out their game plan. The question of running up and meeting the opposition in defense may seem to be a good strategy. As asked by FM 100 Douglas Dimagi, Marum replied with this.
Drills and training, we try to help the players now to go up in line and meet them, but there's a lot of things that you probably need to look at. It's not the tackle alone, so are you getting off, that sort of thing. So, and again, the process is really you can't jump once, so your line has to be shared, and then you have to go up together, and if someone breaks that line, that's it. So but yeah, and that's something that the new boys are really struggling with. So and again, that first contact where you see players bouncing off tackles, just like shoulder charging, that sort of thing. So it's going to take a while there.
It sure is going to take a while, but again, building pressure in the form of attack may well be the team's greatest asset.
Last weekend's game, we had 69% of the completion, so the opposition had 64. But then when they had they won the game. So that's just coming back to us, our halves. They need to be creative with the football. They need to be directing forwards. Again, we need the forwards to go up and set the foundation for them. But that's just it happens, and then it goes off again. But you just have to be consistent in that. Yeah.
The most noticeable play that stirs up gossip among the fans is the sloppy ball handling or poor ball security that has cost the team dearly.
Yeah, first one, I think we had 20 drop balls there, so the errors especially. Second game we went down 17, and then we got, third game we went 14. 2 weeks ago we had 8 errors, and then last weekend we got 10 errors again. So, but we, there's positive signs in that. The players are now, controlling the football a bit more. So yeah.
Gradual improvement in these areas comes with a price. The round 7 24-14 loss to the South Logan Magpies at home left coach Michael Marum and his men pondering on some of the on-field decisions by the referee.
Playing against, a good side, 13 of them, and again, the refereeing, the ruling, and we've been really, given a lot of penalties from round 1 up until today, and for us as a team, we're trying all our best to make sure we do the right thing, we play according to the rules, but it's just being unfair.
So after 2 wins and 5 losses, either avoiding simple ball handling errors or overcoming tough calls from match officials, the Hunters will have to resharpen their arrows and claw their way back into the winning circle.
Also on the Talkback Show with Michael Marum was NFS General Manager Lee Pokerop, who spoke of the special discounts on tickets available prior to all the games played at the NFS, plus other exciting treats and entertainment available before and during the matches.
The Oil Search National Football Stadium has been the home of big-time rugby league entertainment, and this weekend presents another spectacle for rugby league followers.
DPJ and Kronos, some of our emerging artists who will be performing a couple of their hot numbers. We've got a couple of really interesting activities. We've got SP Brewery doing their bomb show. We've got the Kick for Cash. We're drawing 5 winners, large boxes of vegetables from 9 Mile Farm, and everyone that attends the game is going to get a free chocolate milk from Illimo Farm. So we get 7,000 people there. We give away 7,000 chilled, nice chocolate milk packs for their enjoyment.
The 15,000 seating capacity stadium is known to host some of the region's crazed rugby league fanatic supporters. And for the youngsters, turning up and cheering on the home team against the visitors is always a treat.
It's a great opportunity for the kids who have an interest and passion for the game to watch Digicel Cup, and they see the actual structure and progression in front of them. They see the pathways in front of them.
With 2 Intercity Cup matches scheduled at the NFS, one before and one after the Hunters game, competition boss Stanley Hondina is certain of the spectators creating a highly charged atmosphere during the games.
Vipers 12:30, that is before the Hunters game at 3 o'clock, and then we have the Timber Warriors and the Ella Wigmen at probably 5 o'clock. That's after the Hunters game, so it's all 3 games at NFS.
For those who wish to attend all 3 matches with the price of 1 ticket, NFS is offering special offers in early bird prices. So what's an early bird price?
I'll tell you. If you buy your tickets between now and game day, you get a discount. That's what an early bird price is. For the East Stand, early bird price instead of normal price of 25 kina is 15 kina. For the North and South Stands, instead of 20 kina, it's 10 kina. Like that's a 50% discount. So what we're trying to do is remove ticket price as a barrier to entry, to allow the lovers of the of the game and the supporters of the Digicel Cup teams that are playing that day and the Hunters. There's no excuse for you. If you were blaming money now, turn up.
Pokerop also took time to call on the support of the general public to get behind the Hunters as they chase down their 3rd win of the season.
Look at great championship teams in any sport. You look at the Golden State Warriors in the NBA, you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Miami Heat. The repeat is tough enough when you've got the same squad. So there needs to be some degree of understanding from the fans, and then there's a role the fans have to play. Yeah, share your, your 2 tours worth, but spend your 10 kina and come and watch the game and cheer for the boys.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Scene. Over 50 kids were out at the Port Moresby Rackets Club on Saturday for their usual tennis clinic. Unlike other weekends, this time PNG International Tennis Professional and Kina Bank Ambassador Abigail Tere-Apisah was present to coach the kids through the basics.
Every Saturday, kids within the ages of 3 to 16, along with their parents, gather at the Port Moresby Rackets Club for tennis coaching sessions. And today's session saw PNG International Tennis Pro Abigail Tere-Apisah running the kids through some of the basics of tennis. The program itself is usually run by Abigail's parents and the 2 first Papua New Guinean qualified tennis coaches, Kwalam and Verenagi Apisah.
We have this program every Saturday from 8:30 to 11, I would say, and today wasn't any different, except we were really thankful to have my sponsors Kina Bank to come on board and sponsor today's event with refreshments and giving out t-shirts to the kids.
With the aim of teaching the children at an early age the basics of the sport, the tennis pro believes that is the first part of the development process. Though Abigail admits turning into pros takes a lot of time and there has to be somewhere they can start, and that is exactly what this program is about.
Well, I think I've said this time and time again, a lot of the kids here are unable to come every day, I guess because financially or transportation-wise, or parents have got work in the afternoon, so it's hard for these kids to come every day. So on Saturdays we try to have this, we create this program so it allows parents to be able to bring their kids down in the mornings. And I think we can't expect these kids to become professionals by just playing once a week. It's just not going to happen. So I think the overall aim and goal of this program is, to introduce the sport to people in Papua New Guinea, but also, gives them an opportunity to just get out of the house, meet new people, and basically just learn the sport.
Abigail explains that due to age variations, the type of basics taught during the clinics varies.
Well, we usually split them up in the different age groups or their ability even, and we have about, I would say, 5 to 7, 4 head coaches, 4 senior coaches, and then 5 or 6 assistants, and we split each coach up with different age group, and then we work accordingly. So whatever the elite group do, obviously that's different to what the little 4-year-olds are doing, yeah.
While the kids walk away from today's session with some valuable tips, the tennis pro is now getting ready to embark on her next international circuit.
I'm actually here for a couple more days, and then I leave to Japan on Wednesday for a month, and then from Japan I head over to England.
And here's our Coke Trivia 5. All you have to do is answer the following questions for a chance to win some Coke merchandise.
This is Coca-Cola Trivia number 5, and we bring you FIFA World Cup related questions once more. There are 3 questions, and all you have to do is post or comment the correct answers on MTV Sports or Sports Scene pages on Facebook. And the questions for this week: which team or nation did New Caledonian footballer Christian Karembol play with in the World Cup in 1998 and went on to win? Question number 2, how many countries are on the route of the FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola? And question number 3, which nation became the World Cup champion in 2010? You have now till next Monday to get your answers in, and all correct answers will be put into a draw on our next episode of Sports Scene. The lucky winner will be walking away with some cool Coca-Cola merchandise.
Also, the winner for Coca-Cola Trivia Round 4, Jonathan and Melissa, you can pick your prize at the MTV Lay office. Please contact Marianne Haikare.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Scene. The annual PNG Football Association sanctioned event, the Besta FA Cup, is set to kick off in July. Again this year, the Momase Regional Soccer Body is expected to take the lead in bringing the game to the rural areas and improving the code from the ward level up. The annual Besta Soccer competition was published by PNG Football Association this year as the perfect platform to draw and promote the crop of talent available, especially from rural parts of the country. Apart from the known players in the major centers, Momase Regional Soccer Body Chairman Sigfred Basel said this was what PNGFA ought to do in order to ensure that people took ownership of the game. In living up to that, organizers and hosts of this year's Momase leg of the Besta FA Cup have already confirmed 12 teams from Moresby Football Association, right up to the plains of Ramu Sugar and all the way to Ambunti and Vanimo in the East and West Sepik provinces, while several teams like Buang, Karkar and others have yet to confirm their entrance to the annual competition. Medang Soccer Association will host the tournament at the Warden Oval from July 2nd to the 7th. The dates for the Besta FA Cup qualifying tournament 2018 are as follows. Momase 2nd to the 7th July in Medang, NGI 25th to 29th July in Kimbe, Southern 28th to 23rd July in Port Moresby, Highlands 9th to 15th July Goroka. The Besta FA Cup finals will be held in Leh from the 13th to 15th of September.
Laloki High School in Central Province has played host to the Lower Sogeri Sports Association for years, but last year, competition ceased due to mismanagement, and now with new executives on board, the games have resumed.
Unfortunately, the soccer competition, which is where selections are done for the Besta Cup team, is not on as the association is slowly getting back on its feet.
EMTV Sports arrived at Laloki High School yesterday in time to see a number of volleyball matches. It may just be a small crowd, but Lower Sogeri Sports Association competitions have seen better days with huge turnouts. Unlike 2 years ago, this year saw a slow start as the association slowly got back on its feet, having ended the year 2016 on a low note, resulting in a year out of competitions last year.
For 2018, we have two codes, which is rugby touch sevens and volleyball. Rugby touch sevens, we have 8 teams for male and 4 teams for female. And for volleyball, we have 10 male volleyball teams and 8 female volleyball teams.
Unfortunately, due to a number of factors that delayed the start of the season, LSSA would not be able to send a soccer team to compete in the annual Besta Cup. But the volleyball competition is already eyeing the Volleyball National Championships later this year in Kimbe. And for a small association, they need all the financial help they can get to give their players that level of exposure.
Just appealing to the general public, especially the business operating in within the vicinity of Lower Sogeri Sports Association. We are appealing for assistance to us, help the association expose our players to the next level, which is national championship. So I'm appealing if you can assist us with some funding in cash or kind, that will be much appreciated by the association.
And with an impressive reach from NCD to Sogeri, the LSSA competition's aim is not only sports participation, but tackling social issues as well.
One of our core aims, firstly, is to minimize social problems, and secondly, to encourage equity in sports. So we are encouraging females to come out and participate in sports.
The competition runs all the way to September as they accommodate school children from the nearby primary school and the high school itself.
For the past 3 weeks, I think the attendance has improved a lot. But now, today, we don't have that number compared to the past 2 weeks because of some of our sports people are participating in the Sogeri League as well. But some of them are here already. So, but attendance and participation of the neighboring communities were commendable. They have really supported us and to have this competition.
The PNG Football Association will be staging the Under-17 National Youth Tournaments for both boys and girls this year. The event is scheduled to take place on June 24th and July 6th during the school holidays.
Papua New Guinea Football Association will stage this year's Under-17 tournament with the aim of involving players at the youth level every year, giving the youngsters a chance to represent PNG in international championships. PNGFA, in its effort to identify and improve football talents in the country, is now reviving the youth championships and will now be held on an annual basis. Embracing the power of sport as a positive tool to influence the lives of young people and investing in youth development is one of the association's pillars. PNG Football Association competition manager Simon Koima is now calling for expression of interest of the members who wish to host the event. The event will be hosted by member associations who are successful in their bids. As part of the bidding criteria, member associations must have current youths under 17, both boys and girls, must have 2 playing fields, must have paid their annual membership fee, must have public facilities, toilets, water, etc. Secured venue for revenue raising. The application closes on the 16th of May 2018. And it's time for a final break now, and on the other side we'll wrap things up here in sports scene. Don't go anywhere.
A controversial try has sparked the defending premiers, the Melbourne Storm, to victory over the Brisbane Broncos in Brisbane on Friday night. Broncos coach and even Melbourne counterpart Craig Bellamy believe fullback Billy Slater shouldn't have been awarded a try by NRL's bunker.
Yeah, well, I knew what had happened. He dropped the ball. That was after that. I didn't think it was a try. But again, I might be wrong with the rule. I don't know the rule well enough. So if that's to be the standard going forward, it's a game changer, because obviously it was never intent to drop. It was never intent to be a drop kick, and the ball hit the ground. So what are we saying now? If we knock the ball on, hits the ground, and we still kick at it, it's a drop kick? I don't know.
Well, I thought, to be quite honest, that it was probably a drop ball too.
Well, Wayne Bennett is not the only rugby league coach with a complaint. SPPNG Hunters Coach Michael Marum aired his disappointment on how the referees handled some of the plays in yesterday's Intrust Supercup Round 7 clash against the South Logan Magpies here at the NFS Stadium, where the Hunters recorded a 5th loss of the season and the first on home soil.
As a team, we're trying all our best to, make sure we do the right thing, we play according to the rules, but it's just being unfair.
And PNG international tennis pro Abigail Tere-Apisah embarks on her next international circuit this Wednesday, starting with Japan.
I'm actually here for a couple more days, and then I leave to Japan on Wednesday for a month, and then from Japan I head over to England.
And before we go, joining us to chat about the upcoming events is Godwin Eki. Godwin, first of all, the Under-18 hockey qualifiers for the Youth Olympic Games is actually happening in Port Moresby. You've been following the team from the arrival to now getting ready for the competition to kickstart. What can you tell us about the event?
Well, firstly, the Oceania Youth Hockey Olympic Qualifiers, PNG is hosting it for the first time. Initially, there were about 8 teams supposed to participate, but the number was narrowed down. 2 apparently withdrew from the competition, so it was down to 6. And then now, finally, because of the natural disaster in Fiji and New Caledonia, they won't be able to participate, so we are left with 4 countries. And on Thursday, we had the arrival of Team Vanuatu, who was first to arrive in PNG. And then the next day, we had Australia. And today, we had Solomon Islands that arrived in PNG. So these 4 countries will participate. And yeah,
so how long will the competition run?
So the competition starts on Wednesday. The opening ceremony is tomorrow, starts at 3 p.m. And then the competition itself starts on Wednesday.
All right, so just about the event itself, Australia will be taking part as well. Which countries in the region are we expecting to, be the favorites to win the event?
Like I said, there's 4 countries. Australia is one of the top nations, so they'll be the ones to give them a run for their money. So New Caledonia, when I spoke with their men's coach, and of course Solomon Islands, they both said they're quite inexperienced, but they love the sport of hockey, and they've only started playing hockey
back home. So they're looking forward to playing a good match against Australia and Papua New Guinea. And of course, Papua New Guinea started playing hockey a while back. So, yeah.
Don't you think it's sad that other countries won't be able to take part in the tournament?
Not only is it sad, it's a shame that they're not part of the competition, because it gives their young players access to go and compete at the Youth Olympic Games, and the next one is this year, and it's in Argentina. So whichever team qualifies, or the top 2 teams from this competition are the ones to represent their country at the Youth Olympic Games.
All right. So, Godwin, just about the competition itself, what's the format of the competition? Are we playing 5 or 7?
So there's 2 pools. We've got the men's and women's pool, and it will be played 5-a-side. So they've made an extra square on the turf. So that's where it will be played. The first competition will be against, in the men's pool, Papua New Guinea versus Solomon Islands. And then we'll have Australia versus Vanuatu, and then Papua New Guinea, Vanuatu, Australia, Solomon Islands. So we've got the men's competition starting first, and then we have the women's games after that. And then it will go on from there. The competition should finish on Saturday, with the medal ceremony. Yeah.
Do you think PNG can, qualify?
From what I've seen in terms of training and having watched, previous or past games of PNG under-18 men's and women's team, we've got a pretty good chance of making the Youth Olympic Games in Argentina. Australia, like I said, it's one of the toughest teams. It's their game. They've played hockey for a long time, and earlier today I saw some of them training. It was very tough, and that's how they play. They are fast and quick. Papua New Guinea, we're slightly not that fast, but we will still give them we still have a good chance. New Caledonia and Vanuatu, they've just only started playing Solomon Islands. They've only started playing hockey, but they're confident. I spoke with the team coach for the men's team for Solomon Island, and he said, it's not about, it's not knowing that Australia is one of the tough teams to play against. It will only not only boost their confidence, but we'll wait for the answer on the turf once they start playing, and whoever wins the game. Yeah,
Godwin, speaking of that, I believe the PNG female hockey team have a chance of qualifying for the Youth Olympic Games. The chances of qualifying is much higher than the men, because I believe there are 3 slots available for the women's in terms of qualifying for the Youth Olympics, and for the men's is only 2 slots. So if Australia take out the first place and PNG finish runner-up, we still get a chance to qualify for the Youth Olympics. And for the women's, 3 slots. So if Australia finish first and say Solomon Islands or Vanuatu finish second, and if we finish third, we still get a chance to qualify for the youth event.
Yeah, and I mean it's tough because there's only 4 teams. So any of these 4 teams will, 2 out of these 4 teams will qualify to go for the Youth Olympic Games. Yeah, like you said, because we've only got 4 teams, PNG may have a possibility of having its female team participate at this year's Youth Olympic Games in Argentina. For the men's, we've got 2 spots, so hopefully PNG can put their best foot forward and win this match.
Yeah, definitely look good. Just if I can do a backtrack a bit to Pacific Games, the Fijians were the strong competitor. Both men and women won the gold medal, and PNG women's finished with the silver medal. Our guys finished with the bronze medal performance. So I believe the chances of Papua New Guinea making those 2 slots for the men's and 3 places for women's, I believe our team can make the qualification for the Youth Olympics. Our chances are high there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a shame Fiji is not here to, Fiji under-18 team is not here to also represent Fiji and make it to the Youth Olympic Games in Argentina. But otherwise, these 4 teams, any one of them, it can be their game. Whoever wins, and they travel to Argentina for the Youth Olympic Games. But they just have to play their best game.
Definitely. Yeah. Moving on, other exciting event that is happening this coming weekend is the PNG Professional Boxing Gym, also hosting or staging their event at the sports scene here in Port Moresby. Godwin, they've hosted the previous bouts over the past years, as well as last year. They had the international coaches from Australia flying into Port Moresby to officiate the tournament. This year they're hosting another big event as well. What can you tell us about the event?
Well, it's quite interesting for professional boxing in Papua New Guinea. It's been left dormant for quite some time, but to see the enthusiasm of these pro boxers coming on board, most of them have traveled from outside centers just to lift the spirit or boost the level of this competition, and having had overseas coaches, referees also, attend some of these matches only lifts the level of the competition in the country. And they've already hosted 3 of these matches, and this year, this is the first one for this year, and that will only count to 4 events. So they're looking forward to hosting more events, and the sport is beginning to attract more boxers, semi-professional boxers who are now trying to become professional boxers. So I think the sport itself needs to be financially assisted by PNG Sports Foundation or government agency, corporate houses. It only gets better if we get funding and more support from whether it's the government or people who are interested in running such events. All right,
Godwin, just quickly, when will the event happen, and are there any chances of the general public to go in and spectate or view the competition?
Yeah, I mean, the event will be hosted on Sunday, which is this coming Sunday at Sports Inn Club, and tickets can be purchased at Trophy House, 15 kina, 20 kina at the gate, and I think tables are going for 500 kina. So it's a good tournament. Yeah, we just need to go out there, buy tickets, and support our professional boxers. The other thing that the event that's happening this Sunday is also a prior event to Professional Boxing Gym hosting the international first-time international match in country, where we'll have some Indonesian boxers or professional fighters come to Port Moresby to challenge some of our professional boxers. So that's something, this is like a lead-up match to that event, in June.
Right, definitely. Gentlemen, thank you for that. Just before we go, just your quick thoughts about our boys, the Hunters' performance. They've lost so far 5 matches and won 2. Elijah, just your thoughts about the Hunters and this coming weekend, their match up against whichever team they'll be playing against overseas.
Okay, well, this weekend is another away match. Round 8, they've lost 5. They've lost 5 matches already, won only 2 matches. I think they started the season on a good note, but then have, I don't know, they, like Michael Marum was saying, they're trying to maintain consistency, and it's something that they're still working on. But hopefully they can, find their food and start winning.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for joining me on the discussion tonight. And that's it for Sports In this Monday. I'm Shane Saroya.
I'm Elijah Levet.
And I'm Godwin Eki.
Good night, Papua New Guinea.